Hello everyone and welcome. Today we're going to be unblocking the Hoover, putting on a nice new pad for the mop, getting this window cleaned and many other windows as well, making a little bit of an effort and just getting everything nice and clean and tidy and looking fresh. I hope everybody's well and yeah, gosh, what a week I've had. What a good couple of weeks I've had. I say good. Very, very light-heartedly. I'm started off with this section here because it's bothering me every time I come make up a tea. I'm like, it needs to be sorted. It needs to be cleaned. I can't remember the last time I cleaned that shelf, and I know, yes, it's lovely and grim up there. So I'm going to give that a going over. I think it's because they are like metal like tubs. So those canisters are like, I don't know, they're like leaving that kind of rust mark on the bottom, even though they're not rusted. So I don't understand it. Anyways, giving a nice little scrub it up, nice little clean, so that, do you know, I'm on one because I'm not going to be on one in this video. Don't panic. You're not going to have a frantic Gabby today. But my boys came home from the bigger school yesterday and they were like, oh, you won't believe this. Such and such has got norovirus. He had to go home. I was like, what? This was his friend. And then it's like, yeah, and one of the teachers as well, he had to go home. And I'm like, are you actually serious? No, I can't cope with that. I've got too much going on to be going on with all the flipping norovirus all over again. I can't have that back in the house. So I'm really on one for cleaning. Yeah. So there's been a few things going on. A funny one. I went to Sainsbury's the other day where I live. I went home outside of my house. And I needed toilet roll and I needed some foil because I have actually bleached my hair and gone for highlights. And then I didn't like how it turned out and I didn't want to damage my hair anymore. I went red and then I didn't like the red, so I went black. Anyway, I went and got some foil and some toilet roll. And as I walked in the door, I saw bananas. I thought, oh, they look like good ones. You can't beat a Sainsbury's banana. So I was like, right, I'm going to have to get some. But it was a case of some were green and some were yellow on bunches, and some were yellow and some were going a bit brown on bunches. So I thought, I'm just going to pick what I want. So I was there for a good while, rummaging, sizing up these bananas, having a good look, seeing which ones I wanted, breaking off bunches, until I found 7 that I quite liked the look of. And I went over to the self-checkout and I'm standing there and I'm scanning my items and I think to myself, the staff are going to think I'm really weird. I've brought toilet roll, I've brought tin foil, and I've been very selective on my bananas. Need I say more? I felt really uncomfortable. Good job it wasn't a cucumber, because that would have been, I mean, Christ. I said to Nick, I said, do you not see it? And he laughed, and I was like, I've got tissue, I've got tin foil, which you could, I'm not even going to go into it. Anyway, so I paid for these. I came out and thought, Christ, I hope they don't have the sort of brain I've got because I've got a warped brain. Anyway, that's come along all nice and clean. Really, really happy about that. Very, very chuffed. Yes, I have been doing some filming for a weekly at the end of this week. Whether or not it's going to go up, it's so boring. No, actually, it's not boring. It's just me. I find myself boring. It's not boring. Please watch it. I will put it up. And you can see my hair transformations and my goodness me, I forgot how difficult it is to do your hair because I stopped doing my hair because I physically can't manage it with my hands and whatnot. The cramps I was getting in my feet, the cramps I was getting in my hands, the pain I was getting in my back was ridiculous. I could only do half a head at one point. I go out like this. I go out like it. I also go out with hair dye on my head. Yes, I do. But yeah, I was like, Jesus Christ, what absolute mission. We took Panzer to the vet, and what else? Oh, I live going to the Sainsbury's in post box because I keep buying off Vinted and I flipping love it. Anyway, today I've got a bit of a mission going on. So I rang the doctors this morning for Oscar. I've said before he's got a lump on his neck. And I'm growing quite concerned about this lump now because of various things that he's getting going with it. And I'm just, inside, I'm an absolute wreck. And I'm literally trying not to cry my eyes out every single moment of the day. And this is what's really pushed me to give my house a bit of a clean up today. Because if I just sit here, I'm going to work myself up into such a panic. I will pull him out of school, rush him down to A&E and say he needs to be checked right now. because I'm convinced he's got something that no one wants to wish upon anyone. So I'm in a bit of a state. But I got him a doctor's appointment, so I've got to go and pick him up from school in a minute and take him down and then see what they say. And I'm going to really, really go for it this time because he went and then it was like 2 weeks wait to see if it would go down. If it didn't go down, then they were like, oh, okay, then come back in and we'll book him in for an MRI. So I'm on the waiting list for him for an MRI. He's 14, right? And then they've said, oh, he needs to have a blood test. So the blood test's not till the 24th of February. And all the while, this is on his neck and slightly bigger than when it started. So I'm like, no, I want something done sooner. If it comes to it, I'm just going to pay private. I don't care. I'll cancel my holiday if I have to because I want to know that he's okay. And I want him to be okay. I'm cleaning the kettle. I've just made a cup of tea from this. It's the best time to clean your kettle is when you've just boiled it because anything on there, like, so if you get like splatters, I do when I do spaghetti bolognese because I have to do that often because it's my eldest favourite dinner. It's practically all he eats for dinner. It splutters sometimes and I find it on the kettle. And with it being white, it shows very, very easily. So I like to go over it once the kettle's been boiled. The toaster doesn't get used for anything other than pain au chocolats, so I'm wiping that down with an antibacterial wipe. I love these Dettol wipes. I really love them. They're so good and they just clean with such ease. You know, you can get like a stubborn stain and they'll just wipe it right off. Bad boy, wipe it off. So this door is like, I always say it's like the animal door because it's everything that an animal could have is on this door. So when they come in, their paws and whatnot go in because they like put their paws back up on the door because they want to go out, and then they decide, no, I don't want to go out. No, the weather's not good enough. You haven't given me the sunshine that I want. Well, it's beautiful sunshine. A cat just came in then as I was cleaning it. And then it collects at the bottom as well on the wall and the skirting board. So I need to give that a clean. So fur, yes. I have to be on it quite often, but I've neglected it for about a week. So I'm just giving it a going over. And not only that, front doors and back doors are vacuum. So you open it, you shut it, it does that vacuum and everything collects around it. So I find it really satisfying to clean a door, especially the front door, because I feel like the front door is like the start of the house, you know? It's got to be visually lovely. Yes. But my front door on the outside right now currently has a nice bit of pumpkin that's gone dry and it's stuck to it. And it looks at me every time I come to the door like it's got eyes looking at me. Like, are you ever going to clean me off or am I just going to splatter here for the rest of my decomposing life? And I look back at it and I'm like, I'll clean you later. And I just carry on with my day. But on the inside, I'm making it look rather nice. Yes. Going round with my White Blossom Flash Spray, which I'm flipping loving. Although I did see in Sainsbury's the other day, they had a Mrs. Hinch. I can't remember what it was now. It was like a berry one. And I smelt it. I'm terrible. I don't care if there's staff in the aisle. If I want to know what something smells like, I will spray it. So I just spray it onto like the cardboard boxes and then put my nose to it and go, does it smell all right? Yeah, that one smells all right. I'll take it. And if it don't smell, I'm like, ah, Jesus, smell that. And then I put it back. Yeah, I'm one of those. So if you live near me and you know you live near me and you go in Sainsbury's and you see spray marks on boxes, that's me. I do it. I do that. I leave my little mark like a cat, like a feline, spraying all over the joint. So Panza's booked in for her second jab in a couple of weeks' time. And then she is going for the old snip. I have no Panza babies. Hell no. That thing's feral. That thing is wild. I'm telling you. Wild. I need to get rid of that hay that's at the front door there. Because it's giving off a pong. I haven't said that in ages. A pong. I haven't even heard that in ages. Where's it come from? It's giving off a whiff. Yeah. I'm not liking it. So I'm like, oh, yeah. I'm going to have to sack you up, bad boys, and get you shifted out of here because if I put that in the bin, it's going to take up the entire bin. I'm talking garden bin. Not that I have one, but I'm just saying, you know, just saying. If I was to put it in my black bin, not my black bin, my green bin, not my green bin, the brown bin, which I don't have, and it's naughty, then it would take up all the space. If it didn't take up all the space, you know, I'd put it in. I wouldn't put it in, but I would put it in. You know what I'm saying? I'd bury it and I'd hide it. But I'm going to have to bag it up and I'm going to have to take it down to the tip. So here I come again. Tip. Here I come again. I have got a front room which looks like a mess, but I'm not doing too much to it. We're not going all out fancy in here. No. I've got my old Minnie, bless her, Minnie Bojangles. Oh, that was the postman. I've got Minnie Bojangles on the sofa. She is, oh gosh, she's 12 this year. She's an old girl, bless her. But she is starting to show her age. Like if she falls off something, she'll stay there for a little while, just, lounge there, looking around like what happened. And she's very slow. She doesn't really go out. She only likes warm places, either your lap or the radiator, or a dressing gown, which I think should come with a cat pack. If you're getting yourself a kitten and you get the starter packs, it should come with a dressing gown because they flipping love them. I've blocked the Hoover here. This is why I'm like, why has it gone red and it's making a noise? I better have a look. Oh, yes, I think I've blocked it. Empty it, Gabby. That is what you're supposed to do. Nick tells me all the time, you don't empty the Hoover. And I'm like, I know I don't. I've gone through all the effort of sucking it all up. Why have I then got to empty it? It's just more things to do in my day. And I just don't have time to do everything. You know what I'm saying? I've got so much going on. I wouldn't even know where to start to tell you what is going on. The passport issues I've got going on, you wouldn't believe. That is hell. If we make it to France, it'll be a flipping miracle because, yeah, a nightmare. And then there's like birth certificate issues going on. Yes, it's never ending. The doctor's situations are driving me nuts. Oh, and I've taken it upon myself to get up at 6 o'clock in the morning and take Chase for a walk every morning before I get everybody else up. And yeah, I'm like, this is nice. It's cold, but this is nice. I can't jog. I've always wanted to go for morning jogs, but I can't do that because my feet won't allow it. So I have really bad feet and I've got really bad knees. So I can't jog. So my heart is not going to get pumping on my walks, but I'm getting up earlier. It's making me feel better. I'm feeling more ready for the day. And yeah, it does make a difference. It makes such a difference to your mood. And I think that's the most important thing. I need to feel better in my mood to how I start the day. And then I come home, I have a coffee, it's still nice and quiet, everyone's still in bed, and Chase is happy. He's had a good walk, he's had a sniff around, he's been able to mark the territory of the area before any other dog. So he's like, yes, I got there first. And yeah, it's quite nice. But I don't even know why I got onto that. Don't even know how I got onto that. Cassie is doing my flipping head in, Alex's hamster, because she wakes me up at 5 o'clock every morning to be like, listen to my wheel, listen to it. That's all you hear. It's doing my nutting. I have to get up, take her out of Alex's room and put her in the kitchen, shut the doors, can't cope with it. And then I lay there like, why on this earth do I have to listen to this racket? Chase is just there licking his balls. I mean, why not, Chase? Just lap them up. Why not? I mean, who cares? Who cares? I'm going around with some Dettol wipes and giving them a nice little clean over all the things that we touch often touches. That's what I'm looking for. That's what my eyeballs are drawn to. Like phone charger pads, phone chargers, plugs, light sockets, handles, all that, wiping over. And I'm going to be doing this throughout the day, all night. I'm not even joking when I say this. All night, all week, until I know that there is no more going on. I'm not disturbing it. I can't. She's too old. I don't care about the sofa. As long as she's happy, that is all that matters. So I'm just going to leave her be. I'm just going to leave her there on the blanket, relaxed and in comfort. Anyway, this mirror is an absolute nightmare to clean because no matter how much you wipe the dust, it gets caught in those little pieces. And the more you dig at it, the more it spreads and smears the mirror. So you're just like, for God's sake, I'll just do the best I can. Anyway, it's probably best I leave it a little bit blurry. Hide the fact that I'm aging rapid. And not only that, people like to tell me in this household, yeah, well, you're 40 this year, Mum. You're 40. And I'm like, thank you. Yeah, I know I'm 40 this year. How does it feel knowing that you're not going to be in your 30s anymore and you're going on to your 40s, which means you're climbing up to your 50s? And I'm like, can you please stop? I don't need to hear this. I'm fully aware. I have a mirror and I have a face that stands in front of the mirror and tells my eyeballs that eyeballs tell my brain that yes, I am getting older. It comes to us all, unfortunately, but we don't we don't look at it like that. We don't look at it like, oh, I'm aging. We look at it like, yeah, another year on this planet. I've been blessed to have another year on this planet to clean and tidy and look after 7 people. I've included myself there. Mine is on the lower end of the scale. And all the animals, and make sure everybody else is doing absolutely fine and dandy until I rot in an old people's home, rocking, going, oh yes, when I was younger, there was this fine young man called Joachim Broden, and I used to fly about trying to find him, and then I'll end up do lally, and then I will be like in a padded room going, oh, my Joachim Broden, and then all the people in there looking after me would be like, okay, this one is like beyond. This one's beyond. So we could just put her in the incinerator right now, let her cook to a crisp, and then we'll just scatter her somewhere. Yeah, scatter her. Yeah, don't want that mat anymore. Launched it out the door. Honestly, I am like, so where I'm going to the doctor's today, I'm nipping to Sainsbury's first because I ordered a really nice purse from River Island, which I got off Vinted because I'm not paying brand new. Why? Recycle. Yeah, the cats have got a new little carrier. Got this off Facebook Marketplace for a tenner, listed as new because they bought it, and their cat didn't approve. Kept going to the baskets instead, so they bought a different one, and then they had that up for a sale for £10. It's £32 in Pets at Home. Thank you very much, Facebook Marketplace. But yeah, I've got to go and pick up a purse from the locker, which I got, which I'm very happy about, and then I'm going to the doctor's, picking up Oscar en route. But I can't go out like this, and I can't, when you've got to make an impression because you don't want to be looked at like how I look right now. Well, the doctor's going to look at me and be like, Jesus Christ, get out of my office. I'm going to go in there. Like, I'm not joking. I'm going to be like that. You will do something now. I'm not waiting another 2 to 3 weeks for whatever it is to be growing and causing more havoc on his neck. I want something done now. Whip out his arm. Take some blood, get it started now. So I need to go in looking a little bit more, like I'm in business. So I'm going to put on a smart outfit, and make an effort for whoever it is I'm seeing. He or she, I don't know. I'm kind of hoping it's my doctor, because if it's my doctor, then we're on for a good one, because she's lovely. And yeah, but I've seen my actual doctor once in the last, I don't know, about 4 or 5 years. I keep seeing other people. Yeah, people I've never even heard of. Never even heard of these people. They're like, oh, you're going to see Dr. blah, 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 blah. And I'm like, who? And then I go in there, it's someone random. And then I've never seen that person ever again. It's like swinging doors of all these different doctors that just come through the surgery that you see once and you never see them again. But surely there's not like 40 different doctors in there every month. And then a change to another 40 every month. It's very, very bizarre. Anyway, I'm doing as much as I can. I haven't been able to do a huge amount today, but it's looking cleaner. It's looking fresher. It's a bit more approachable. And I'm going to, yes, Gabby, you're looking a little bit smarter than you were earlier. So this is what I'm going to wear. Look. Yes, all from Vinted except for my trousers. Trousers brand new in Sainsbury's, £16 smart ones. Yes, really liking those, and I'm going to head off now. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you all in my next one.